Hello, everyone. How is it going? Here we are once again, back from the brink of internet, um, hell, whatever. I don't know. Realized that two people are in the wrong place, and I will quickly change that. But yeah, when we go around, say how's everyone doing, all that good shenanigans, and then we can quickly get into the recap and jump into today's episode. Well, we start with our returning player, Heavenly.
Hello, it's me. I'm back. I had a sinus infection, but it couldn't keep me down for long, and I'm here, and I'm ready to party. Yeah. Okay. I'm playing Serafina. I'm a human cleric slash fighter slash team mom. I made some mistakes, not last session, but the session before, and I watched a certain someone's very salty review. And I would just like to say that hindsight is 2020. And if you rewatch that episode, you'll notice that no one stopped me. So really, whose fault is it? I'll leave you to ponder.
Yes, and what are you playing? Just a reminder.
Human cleric slash fighter.
Nice. Yeah, and then jumping from you to Sean.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sean. I write a blog called Power Score RPG. You might remember me from such characters as Brock Netherstorm from the Living Forgotten Realms and the Spam Avenger. Today, I will be playing Neil Zarkanin, who's a 15th level cleric of Bakab. And he, last time, all his books got erased, which was kind of. I'm going to ask the DM if he'll retcon that, so we'll get right into that in a minute.
I mean, good luck with that. And as you write up your proposal to change the universe, why don't we jump then to Sayeli?
Hey, it's NPC Bree. Today I am playing Say Ellie, everyone's favorite, level 15 Arcane Trickster Rogue. Very specific there. That way no one breaks my heart and tells me I'm wrong. She is a human with a lot of angst and secrets. She wasn't there to tell Serafina no, or she would have, but it's fine, no big deal. It's the past is the past. Speaking of the past, I believe we're in a very unfortunate place for Sally's past, and she might have to be like honest with her team soon. I don't know. She doesn't really like that, but we'll see.
Nice. I wholeheartedly agree with all those statements that you just made. And last but certainly not least, resident angry angst boy, Tom.
Hey, I'm Tommy, and I play Kieran, the human barbarian, who, if you watch 2 episodes, strongly said, don't talk to the well, don't go into the cave, don't do that. That's not a good idea. When
But
has
you're
this ever
always
gone
saying
well?
don't. You're always saying don't. I just have to tune it out.
And he's usually right. In fact, he has about 100% right streak going here. Yes, I am Kieran, resident angry, sad boy, barbarian boy, who is usually right about these things, about not touching the butt. Please stop touching the butt, everyone. Sally's excluded from that, everyone, because she doesn't touch the butt as often as these other two do.
I mean,
yeah.
So it is 100% her fault that Kieran did become confirmed Winnebago.
I am a confirmed. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm a barbarian who is also a confirmed Winnebago.
Yep. Winnebago, indeed.
Touching the butt is the spice of life, and if I can't touch the butt, then I don't want to live.
You heard it here first, folks. Spice of life, touching butts. What more do you need on a Monday afternoon / evening? So, coming in, I am Pro Starter. I am the herder of cats for these lovely individuals. I will be the one who is trying to finagle and wrangle all of them into various positions. But really, they just wrangle and finagle me into their own interweb stories, and I just try and facilitate their craziness. So, yeah. Why don't we go in and do a little recap of what happened last session, and then we can jump right into it. So, last session, we saw the group entering the Titan Tundra after we had a flashback of Kyron's past. A very romantic and sad affair from what we saw. Also, as well, going from that to the group leaving the cave and entering the tundra, to which they were walking on just hundreds and thousands of shards of broken glass, just endless supplies of broken and shards of glass. Quickly picked up by Neil, who wanted to inspect it, but it being shards of very sharp, dangerous glass, they quickly realized that touching things is not good, and Neil quickly got his hand cut, at which point the glass rotated out of his hand and basically turned into a crimson window, which then went translucent, and everyone saw his face. They saw Neil's little face there, and they saw his dream of him discovering the mysteries of magic, new discoveries, discovering the realities of magic, and all that he had wanted shattering in front of him, disappearing, possibly lost forever. Realizing this and realizing a storm was coming, they sought shelter, having a long way to go because everyone was extremely tired. So they kind of moved onwards from there, and once they had gotten to a kind of round out skull, they had rested, but not before the storm had hit and slashed across Neil's face once again, these shards of glass, creating a golem of crystal. This crystal attacked them, but they were all strong enough to withstand, and the group once again moved forward. As they were moving on, they all realized that not only were they walking on these shards of glass, but they all seemed to be different shards of people's dreams, and that they were literally walking on a massive landscape of broken dreams. Coming to the end of the tundra, they were able to reach this black lake, a lake that was so like inky and opaque that you couldn't see anything through it, but there seemed to be these illuminating snake lights that seemed to writhe and move within. Trying to not enter this lake, and they decided to try and jumping on these little frozen little, like, not icebergs, but like little plateaus of like frozen ice that were just perpetually moving on this water. A flight spell was done, a athletics attempt was done, failed instantly. The attempts to capture failed instantly, and the group basically all ended up in the lake before they'd even left the starting line, which I thought was hilarious. But the group found themselves not only in this frozen expanse, but now on the opposite side, almost like a mirror's edge. Saw the hole closing up. Neil was able to get in there, but the others were not, and they met an individual called Boris, who was of the mountain. This individual allowed them to escape, but only if they took him with them. They agreed and said that they had to ask to leave simultaneously. And once they did, he opened the portal and allowed them to escape, and they took him with him. And at which point they moved on. coming to the edge of this large lake. They were on the opposite side now, and in front of them, this large mountain. Thunderous storms and ice was blasting along the upside of this mountain, but in front of them was this cavern, a black stone cavern where these different pillars seemed to interlect, and a tunnel was had. Discussion was had as well. They decided to go through the mountain, through this cavern, through this inky blackness, and once they had entered so far in, the way they had came started to close. And that was when they started realizing that there was all this writing, strange writing that not even Neil's comprehend helm could decipher, because it was a cipher, a coded message of Zool design that one person was able to read for some reason. Once read, they realized that this place was from the Brotherhood. And it was of some kind of ancient Zool occupation. The message read, "The pathway is open. The ritual cast. The Brotherhood." And once they had decided to fuck everything and head back the way they had came, they heard this scratching noise along the along the tunnel. Decided to just fuck that right off. They decided to head back and try and break through the door that had closed. But before they could, they heard a voice coming from the shadows. It was Ellison, the merchant who you first met when you came to the Feywild. Well, actually, before you came to the Feywild, who you allowed to stay at your camp. People tried to run at him, namely Kyron and Saeli, but he was just a projection, as he stated. After finding out that Saeli was able to read it, he had announced that it was indeed a Zool cipher, asking how such a person would know such a thing, but no answers were given. But he was willing to give you a choice. Meet him in the Summerlands. He'll direct you to a portal, and you'll be able to go back to your realm. Everyone said literally fuck you, and the individual disappeared. And that's where I think we'll pick up. I think for the interest in time, I think we'll pick up that side scene next week. So you're in the dark. Ellison has just left. You hear, once again, far off in the darkness, just this deep, like scraping, like chains. Around you, you see damaged bookshelves, books, large iron chains around, as well as some blackened chains that are affixed to chairs, ruined literature, and ice is covered everywhere. The only illumination in this room is the sconces that illuminate with this sickly green glow. What do you all do?
Do you still want me to try and open the door?
Yes, that's probably like a really, really good idea. At this point, we should not be here. This shouldn't be here, but we should especially not be here right now.
Okay, I go back to what I'm gonna guess is a completely sealed stone doorway behind us.
It is, yeah. You head back and you went in about maybe like 15, 20 feet. You go all the way back and you see just a black door, a black stone encase where the walkway was.
There's no like edge to the door or anything?
No, it's sealed up completely. The seam seems to have just gone.
I'm gonna attack where the door was.
Mm-hmm. Want me an attack, good sir?
All right. I'm not at disadvantage, so that is a 19.
It hits. It does no damage.
I don't think we're gonna be able to get out of here.
It's sealed
Just-
is the way
just
we
a
came
thought.
in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I think the way is sealed.
Well, I guess we'll have to go through the whole tunnel, right? We'll just
At
go through the tunnel.
At least we're not freezing our butts off, right?
Yeah, no, freezing our butts off sounds like a really good idea right now. Freezing to death would be fantastic. I would just love to die in the ice cold right now. And as Sally's saying that, she's like starting to like rub her hands together. She definitely does not look tough right now. She looks very, holy shit, how do I get the fuck out of here?
When you say that, Sayale, make me a dex save as a dagger flies out of the shadows towards you.
Okay, that's fine. Oh, that's not me. I'm a rogue. I can handle this.
You aptly dodge out of the way as you hear the whistling of a dagger shoot out from the shadows. You move to the side quickly. All of you just see Sayali freak out and dodge to the side for no reason.
You
Bailey, I understand that this is a stressful situation, but we have to maintain our composure. We are all together. We can get through this.
Yeah, we need to remain calm.
Calm.
So,
Calm.
yeah, if you need help with that,
Neil,
I
you
can
can't
calm
just
your
tell a
emotion-
woman. No, Neil.
with a spell,
Neil, no.
it's called
Neil, you-
calm emotions.
You can't just tell a woman to calm down, Neil.
Well, no, I
Neil-
could cast a spell. I can suppress.
I can force it to calm down.
Do you want to do that? Is that helpful to you?
No, because my emotions are what keeps me alive, Neil. My fears are what keeps me alive, Neil.
Yep. I agree with
No.
Sayali here, Neil.
We keep you alive.
Not here, Neil. Not here.
Yeah, no,
Can-
fear keeps you alive more than anything else.
Being calm is not the absence of fear.
What the fuck
Let's-
is that?
But we should walk very quickly
Yes,
forward.
let's walk fast, everyone.
Calmly but quickly.
Yes. Weapons out. Neil,
You guys hear
weapons
that-
out.
That suction noise.
Yes. And we want to go away from it, preferably.
Neil, perhaps your next book can be all about the Scarlet Brotherhood. Until
I don't
then,
think you can write books anymore.
Hey, be. Mm.
I mean, you can write books. It's not about the thing you love. Magic.
yeah, you could write books about the Scarlet Brotherhood. I mean, there's a lot of magic, but
Well,
not
maybe
like
that
in the
maybe that suction noise is a magic sucking hole that will take us out of this.
Neil,
Right.
that's very inappropriate.
No, I mean like a vortex. That's just,
We need to leave.
that's
we
what the
need to
noise-
leave.
And Neil,
Sally's
Neil,
just like,
Neil, Neil, I'm gonna need, Neil, I'm
right,
I'm gonna
all right.
need you to get your,
Okay.
I'm gonna need you to get your weapon out now.
All right,
That doesn't get stuck in battle again.
all right. I'll start trying to get it out of the scabbard.
How have you not oiled your scabbard? It's been like 3 days.
Duck in here. Jeez.
I just saw a very
"But I
concerning
did use
image.
oil. Cooking oil.
What?
Why is it not working?
What? You saw nothing. Continue.
Yeah,
Alright.
let's just keep going.
Let's just keep going.
forward.
We just keep going. I think
It
I think,
only goes forward.
I think Kieran will take point.
I'll take up the
Weapon.
rear.
Weapon drawn.
So I can touch the butt. No, I won't. But
Sally is closer to Kieran than she probably ever
And I
has
turn I turn around to everyone. Don't touch or talk to anything.
been.
Anything.
Neil, this is not a joke. Neil, this is serious. This is not Feywild. This is not whimsy. This is not fun. This is the Scarlet Brotherhood. You are going to keep walking and not say a damn word if you want to survive.
We should probably stop talking.
Oh, I'm still walking while doing this. Just
Oh yeah, like
turned around over my shoulder.
Sally is like almost inside of Kieran, like armor. Like she's like so close behind him, like this. Like it's fine. We're gonna get through this, guys. Don't.
And
you
with the ketchup comes divine favor.
Hey.
Yeah. Nice. Thank you, Wu-Tang. Super
Wu-Tang.
good. So I'm going to do a D4, starting at Seraphina, wrapping around. A Badoop. Seraphina, roll me a D6 to see what you get today. That's right,
We couldn't have
Neil.
gotten it for one of the people that doesn't get us into trouble.
Wow.
Hey, the last divine favor kept me from being made into a human skin handkerchief.
That's
So
true.
True.
Perfect
true.
skill, and that 20 that can be used as any ability check. Ability bonus still apply. Let me just put that in there for you. Here you go. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, chat. That will definitely come in handy for the group. So yeah, let's continue on. So as you're walking through this dark, long hallway, I should have kept the tab open really, shouldn't I? Instead of closing it. This like long dark hallway. You hear this like the there's like more and more. There's like further and further down.
Ignore the sucking noises, Neil.
and
Ignore
further
the
down.
sucking noises.
I'm not saying
They're
anything,
not your friend.
but everybody told me not to say anything. So every time somebody talks, I point at them because they're talking. And they're breaking the very
Oh my god,
rules
it's a school trip.
that they
I can
set
talk.
for the group.
I can talk. You can't.
Until your fancy helmet can read things, you have a right. Speaking of which, is there any more like words anywhere around?
Roll perception check.
Oof. Okay.
I'm at disadvantage.
Oof.
As you see a lot of things right now. Mostly in
Yeah,
the
I am.
shadows.
Terrified the whole time. Perception. I mean, a 15.
Yeah,
is pretty-
15. You see a number of writings on the walls, some of them etched where you see these like iron, like silvery iron chains around as well. And you see some where there is some where the chairs are that are like have black chains around them, and some of them just say, as you can just read them, they say around the chains, the iron chains, that just say bound in truth, constricted in knowledge, the way forward. And then the ones around the chairs are tempered with iron, followed in darkness, consumed by faith.
So probably like nervously, Sally is just like saying these words quietly out loud, like probably quietly enough that only Kieran can hear her because Kieran's back is like right here. And she's like turning her head and saying the words and like looking up and just saying them as she like goes.
Anything we should know, Sally?
This isn't a good place to be, Kieran. This is a dangerous place to
Okay,
be.
Yeah, no, I figured that out.
well, we have run into quite a few riddles where things written down have proved the clue. So let's all keep a keen ear out for what Sally reads so we can remember it later when we have
But
to
also keep walking.
dance.
But keep walking.
Never stop.
I like how you're all talking. It's just ridiculous.
Neil,
Again,
sometimes
Neil.
rules are meant to be broken.
That was a Neil specific rule.
Oh, yeah.
Unless
Guess what, Kieran? You're not my mom. So I grab.
neither is she. She's not your real mom. Seraphina is not your real mom.
I'm gonna grab a quill and I'm gonna try to write down what was just said aloud.
Yes,
in my
Neil.
book.
You just write stuff down. And
Yeah,
See
you
the
do.
I'll-
six.
if your helmet helps you read anything that says warning, death ahead, then you can talk.
My helmet doesn't read these words, right?
No, they're encoded.
I dinged my helmet. It doesn't do all languages anymore.
Question,
think you
just
need more
maybe
than your
this is out
helmet.
of character, so you don't have to answer. Do we know why Sayeli can read these glyphs if Neil's helmet can't?
No.
Sayeli, do you know why you can read them? Okay. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't something that I missed. It's a secret. Got it.
Sally's good with those. She's got a few.
Secret that was mentioned by Ellison was just like, why? And he said it was like, shut up.
Shut up! It's none of your business. Eat shit. It's my secret.
Yeah,
Kind of
basically.
like that. Yeah, just like
It's
that.
almost like all of us. Just
She's
are
turned
really
into a very like stressed out, like this 26-year-old woman probably looks like an 18-year-old woman right now, and she's just like, oh my god, I don't even know what to do. I don't even know how to take care of myself right now. Holy shit.
Do you think it might be important that it said bound in knowledge is the way forward?
Probably not. It's not a big deal. We should just get out of here.
Wrap ourselves in the chains.
Don't touch the chains, Neil. Please do not touch the chains, Neil.
Yeah.
This is
Remember
not
when I said don't touch anything? That includes chains.
Calm emotions is an enchantment spell.
Mm-mm.
Ellie. Just so you know.
Hey Neil,
Neil?
what was your childhood like? Talk about that. I would love to hear words that aren't about this room, Neil. Tell me what your childhood.
Perhaps you weren't there, Sayeli, but he did say as he was descending into a well that his mother left him in a dumpster. So perhaps
It's actually been said multiple times now.
perhaps we don't need to go into Neil's childhood.
I mean, what was it like when you were 8, Neil? What was 8 like for you, Neil?
Church. And there was another dumpster baby. Who was my friend. But she got weird as we got older, so.
Were these dumpster babies?
So I kind of like fucked her off.
Were they found after prom? Or perhaps 9 months later?
Just keep walking. Just keep walking.
Attack of the dumpster babies!
Oh my god.
Everyone roll me a dex save.
Everything just got real dark.
Disadvantage because everyone was arguing amongst themselves.
Alright, wait, what kind of save is it?
Dex, everyone was arguing amongst
Oh,
themselves.
Jesus.
Everyone was just like,
Why
shut up
is
about
Spanish?
Neil's dumpster baby life.
Hey, I got a 20. Oh, with disadvantage?
Mm-hmm.
I got a 9. So.
Okay. So you hear this like noise. You just hear and this waft of black greenish film slime just like it's like someone just pours like a bucket over you, just like washes all over your faces. Just like someone threw it at your face.
Does Sally avoid this and she's like behind Kieran?
No, it like washes all over all of you, like from up downwards. So it gets on all of you. And as it gets on all of you, you all take this necrotic damage.
Also, Pro, your sound effects haunt my nightmares these days.
Oh,
Truly, like my boyfriend brought his headphones with him to work, and I was like, I have to go to the store and buy some because I've had neighbors ask me what happens in my house on Monday morning.
really?
Yeah, my
You'll take 40 points of damage.
Oh my god.
So on that note, can I?
Yes, you can use your evasion, yeah,
Yeah.
to take half damage because
Oh,
you failed
alright.
it.
Anybody who was within 10 feet of me got +3 to their saving throws.
Oh.
I don't know.
That
What is
does
it?
not make a difference for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what was the save for? What did we have to get to save?
Dex save.
I know of what number.
You don't know.
What would a 15? If the +3 would a 15?
No.
Then no, it's fine. It doesn't affect any of us.
I would tell you, don't worry.
Astronomical.
Would a 21 on Serafina change it?
She doesn't get 21.
No, I had.
That's right.
Different rolls. Yeah.
So, so this happens and you just hear, someone roll me 2d4.
I'll do it.
Okay.
write down this 40 damage.
3.
That's necrotic, by the way.
It's a lot of damage.
Hmm.
43
like
damage total.
No, 40 damage.
Okay.
Okay,
It's like
I
it's a
just
high
rolled-
level campaign or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like we're all level 15 or something crazy like that.
I don't feel level 15. You know.
Okay, so you hit do do do.
Just keep going. Oh god.
In front of you.
In front of us.
You hear.
I like wipe my face off. Do I see anything?
Everyone run me initiative.
Oh.
As in about 15 feet away from you, Karen, it's a group of 3 zombies and a big fleshy wall behind them.
All right, let's see if I can do this right. I gotta click on my thing. Oh, my thing is gone.
I always roll the worst initiative.
All right,
That's pretty bad. That's about as bad as you can do.
hey,
Okay, so
3 zombies. Oh, well, it's right up my
oh,
alley.
did they not?
Watch this, everybody, when it's my turn.
They're undead.
Yeah.
Yes, cleric high five.
Yeah,
One got
now
a
we're gonna-
0 on their initiative. What the fuck? And a
I go
1.
-2 dex apparently.
What the fuck? I think you guys are okay. Like, what the fuck? Sometimes, I swear. What? Why didn't it? Oh, okay, I see why. I put it on map lib, a mistake. So as these like zombies, you see that these like zombies are in front of you, Kyron, and you just see that they're all like in forms of like being digested, and then you just see like this like wall in front of you, like this like about 30 feet away from you. You just see like in the darkness just this like shadowy like fleshy wall just like pressed up a bit,
And this is ahead of us, right?
and yeah, this is ahead of you.
Okay.
So let me just
Everyone.
do something real quick.
Although it's not my turn yet. So.
Very good, and everything's ready. Okay, cool.
Ooh. Fuck.
Nice. Actually, yeah. So from the darkness, you see this. I'm gonna show you guys.
Immediate concern.
Boop.
Oh,
Just like this
God.
large, like
Oh.
fleshy, like horrid creature. For those who are watching at home, this is what it looks
Oh.
like.
I feel uncomfortable.
It looks bad. Yeah, it doesn't. It looks.
Yeah,
It looks.
yeah.
It looks.
How
I'm so
completely unfortunate.
It looks bad.
I'm so glad I ate before this.
But yeah, that's what you see. And it is Sayeli's turn.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have
So-
3 zombies in front. Well, about 15 feet in front of you. And then 30 feet back, you have this like large fleshy monster.
5 feet behind them, or
15 feet like in front of you, because you're at the back, right?
Okay.
well, I'm literally like inside of Kieran, pretty much. Like hiding behind him 100%.
Yeah. It's still like 15 feet.
Okay.
They're still like 15 feet away from you, basically.
So what Ellie is going to do is she's going to cast Fireball on the giant creature with a DC of 16, but because of her level, it's going to have a magical ambush on it. So because I'm hiding behind Kieran,
I don't think. Run me a hide for that because I wouldn't say
A
that
what?
you were. I wouldn't say you were just gonna get the hide. Run me a stealth because you guys were pretty noisy before.
That's about
Hmm.
stealth. Never mind. It's okay.
Yeah.
I still got a fireball though.
Kieran's also not the largest of people. He's like,
Yeah, but Sally's even smaller. She's only like 5'4".
I mean, Kieran's only like 5'10".
See, mirror perception, real quick. Boop. Okay, you're actually hidden. Yeah. Yeah.
Excellent. So it didn't even matter that I wasn't hidden. He would take that full 24, and it's just right on top of him.
And it's fire damage.
It is fire damage.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you shoot out your like your fire blast, and it hits like a 30 like what's the radius? Because it's 30 feet away from you.
The range is 150 feet, but it is a 20-foot radius.
Okay, yeah, it's like 30 feet away from you. So it would actually get the zombies as well then inside that radius. As you
Let those
blast
bad
it.
boys go.
So it's just like this ball of light and illuminates everything. The bookshelves get disintegrated. You hear like the kind of crackling of the chains. As this thing has to make a dex save. A badoop. 14 misses. Zombies.
Let's see how dexterous
1,
the
2,
zombies
3.
are. Ooh, everyone fails and they take the full 24 damage.
Okay, so the zombies are diddly dead. They're just like just die. And this guy is still alive though. He's still good.
With my remaining motion, I am going to hop back and hide behind Neil now because Neil is slightly larger and slightly farther away. It's all that plate armor. Like, curls right behind him, like, actually, fuck this.
Wait, Neil's larger than Kieran?
He's got plate armor on.
Kieran, are you a little small angry boy?
I'm like 5'10".
Oh.
I think I'm 6'1", something like that.
See?
You
A
sound
little
so
bit bigger.
disappointed.
It's
Yeah,
like,
no,
it's
Kieran-
She had, like,
Kieran-
she had tall
Kieran's
daddy
more
vibes from
stocky.
Kieran.
Yeah, Kieran's more stocky than he is sort of like tall barbarian type that you're used to.
Mike Tyson, like 5'10", I think.
Okay, Neil, it's your turn.
All right, so Sally's behind me. So
Do not call my emotions right now, I swear to God.
I'm
And
gonna
Mike
turn
Tyson
around.
is exactly 5'10".
I'm gonna like go through my fanny pack. I'll be like, "Hey, it's diamond dust, right? For the stone skin, right? Is that right, Sally?"
Listen, Neil. I've spent my life training magic. I'm not going through this component conversation with
Well, I
you.
know. I've never actually All right, you ready? Here we go. Blah blah blah. So I cast stone skin on Sally. So, your flesh is hard as stone. Until the spell ends, you have resistance to non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. This is concentration, so if I take damage, I gotta do the concentration check thing, and I'll probably lose it. But I figure I'll give that a try, see how it goes. And I'm gonna try to stay close to as many people as I can, because when I'm adjacent to them, I can do cool things, you know.
Mhm.
And that's it for me.
Okay, it is the Grave Behemoth's turn. And this thing, actually, I need to roll a d6 real quick.
Wait, can I do one thing?
Yep.
For the bonus action?
Wait, way up to.
I think I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Nice.
I think that gives me an extra +2. Yeah. Oh, it surrounds a creature of my. Oh, it's also concentration. I can't do that. Never mind.
Okay. So yeah, this thing, I'm gonna roll a d6. Okay. Yeah. So this thing's like as it moves closer to you, Kieran. And all of you in front of you now that the green light is like blared up now. So you see the entire cavern. This thing is huge. It's like 11, like 12 feet tall, and it's just a mound of flesh, and you see inside of it just hands and faces like clawing at the flesh, trying to get out. Its actual hand is actually just an upside down body. Like if you just take off the head, it just has like a hand, it's like an actual body, and it's like weird like limbs, and it's like. It's saying it is going to slam at you, Kieran.
Bring it on, tough boy.
Misses with a nat 1, and then it's going to slam down on Sayeli.
Jeez, that's a nat 1.
Yeah, and then slam down on Sayeli. 18 hit you?
Yes, it does. My wound.
12 damage.
So is that a magical bludgeoning or is it a regular bludgeoning? Do I have advantage on that or?
Why would you have advantage on it?
Because he just stone skinned me, or did he not?
What does the stone skin do?
She takes half damage if it's non-magical bludgeoning, slashing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, this is just normal. Actually, let me check. Yes, it is. Yes.
Magical?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She take full. God damn it. Wait a minute. As a reaction, I'll use my shield to impose. Wait, it rolled a 1. So.
I rolled
Did
a
it roll
1.
a 1?
I rolled a 1 for the first one, yeah.
Alright. Never mind.
Okay. So you take 12 damage, and that's its turn. Kyron, this thing's in front of you.
All right, let's do this, buddy boy. And Kieran's gonna rage because he just had like icky goo sprayed all over him.
Yeah. Oh,
It's just-
actually, everyone is still covered in. Sorry, I should have mentioned this before. I just
son
realized
of a-
everyone is actually covered in this like thick slime. And at the start of their turn, they actually take damage because of it. You can use your action to de-slime yourself or de-slime someone else. It's like basic acid, basically. But
So
I
how
forgot
much
to
do you
do that.
take?
It's actually like half the dice. You take like 66 damage.
What?
How much?
What?
Wait, how much damage?
66. Because the initial damage was 11d6, so you take half because it's still on you for like a minute.
He's saying
Take-
66.
Jesus.
Not 66.
66.
Yeah,
Okay.
66.
66.
I thought you were saying
That's still
60.
a lot of like ongoing damage. Like,
Oh, if I
Yeah, you
do
can use your
that,
action to like de-slime yourself. But no, like not you. We'll just say it for now. Like for now, it has because I just remembered it. So I'm not gonna penalize you for like a back thing.
Cool.
okay. Fuck.
So new monster.
Oh God. Now. Oh God. I mean.
Yeah, covered in like a rotting slime.
Yeah. I mean, this ain't great. That ain't great. Kieran will rage. Will rage, like wipe the slime off, just like, oh God, it burns. It burns.
Yeah, you hear it like on your armor. It's like shh.
God, get it off. Get it, and I will use my action to get it off because that ain't great. I don't think I've got any bonus actions. Let me just check one thing. Sales presence. It's a bonus action. Okay. So what I will do with my bonus action, as I am furiously clearing off my slime, I will, and this is the first time I think any of you have heard like an actual like battle cry from Kieran, because he's usually just like slow, calm. He's like, because this is really this sucks. And I am using my zealous presence, in which I unleash a battle cry infused with divine energy. All of you now have advantage on attack rolls and saving throws until the start of my next turn.
Nice.
So remember that.
Nice. And as the battle cry echoes out through this dank, dead cavern, it is Seraphina's turn.
Okay. Is Saily protected from the slime inside the skin?
No, because he hit her before the thing happened.
So essentially now there's a rock skin over Saily, and then between the rock skin is a slime layer.
I mean, we'll say no. We'll just say that her pigments have just turned to like this like sheen of rock, but like the upper layer is fine.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna.
Clean up the slime. Action surge. Clean off someone else's slime.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do.
I was joking. But okay.
Gets out her brush.
I'm trying to think. I can either do a lot of attacks, or I can like really mom this. Okay, I'm gonna use my action to clean slime off myself, and then I'm gonna action surge, and I'm gonna clean Neil.
Okay. Come here, boy. You only had slime in that one spot.
And
I'm gonna pretend like I hate it, but it doesn't hate it.
It's just like as the foam's coming towards you, your eyes sparkle like finally.
Like, get off! Get off of me!
that is, I think everything else is an action based on an attack, so I don't even really have any.
Nice. You do still take the 66 outside your turn.
But I scraped it off myself.
It's at the start of your turn.
Fuck. Okay,
So you won't get it on the going turns.
And then, ooh, you guys, I'm hurting. So then I think I'm going to. No, I'm gonna wait. Is anyone else hurt?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Del, we just got fucking slime.
Yeah, I am hurt, but I think I'm good compared to everyone else. I'm still in triple digits.
Yeah, but I'm gonna use I have a bonus action, so I'm gonna use mass healing word.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna be like, fortify yourselves. And
I'm Jane Enway.
and it's gonna be 1d4 plus my spellcasting ability modifier, which I always forget. What's my spellcasting ability modifier?
Wisdom
Okay, thank you.
for clerics.
Yes, I am a cleric. Plus 4. All right, here we go. Here we go, everyone. Everyone, we're getting healed. Everyone!
Roll!
Yay!
Max heal! Boo, 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 boo. That's what I do.
Nice. As you're booing, it is higher list.
Okay, so now roll my 66 now.
Mm-hmm.
And I will use my action.
Wait, I was casting that as a 3rd level, so it should be 3d4. Can I just roll 2 more d4?
mhm.
I'm
Do it, girl. No one's gonna stop you from giving us more health.
Yeah, no.
Especially because I'm in the process of taking.
Okay, yeah. So
Actually, really low damage that I rolled.
Yeah, you rolled really low, so it's really
but
good.
that doesn't include myself, right? I'm not included in this.
Should tell you in the spell.
It says 6 creatures of your choice.
Then you
I
can
guess
choose
that
yourself.
can include
Yeah.
I choose myself.
Yeah,
Alright.
you can choose all of us.
So we heal 15 points. All right, done. Sorry.
Cool. So nothing changed. I'm fine. So I'm gonna use my action to wipe off all of the shit on myself. And then as a bonus action, because that's all I'm gonna just do this round is wipe my shit, I'm going to cast magic weapon on one of my daggers, my non-venomous dagger, because it's already magical. So I'm just gonna magic up my other dagger so that way I'm ready to go.
All right. And with that, it's Neil's turn.
Okay. So, Sally, you're down probably what, like 45 hit points, something like that?
I'm less than half.
Okay.
I'm less than half of the woman I was yesterday.
So I'll lay on hands, mutter some prayer to Bacab, you know, and I'll heal you for lay on hands for 40 points.
Nice.
Is that good?
Hell yeah!
Okay.
I feel bad using my single turn battle cry.
I know we completely wasted it. We're the worst people in the world. But in
Oh,
our
I didn't realize it was a single turn. I thought it
Yeah,
was
it's
like
fine.
a vibe. Sorry.
I wish.
sorry, I'm
I
a
wish.
little
It's
dead.
all right.
I have to make sure I know that.
No one appreciates you.
We did.
Funny.
I think that. Oh, so at the start of my turn, I took that 20, right? So I have to make a concentration check. So it's a con save.
No, you don't take
You
the
have
20
to adva-
because Seraphina wiped you off.
Oh, right. Okay, cool. All right, yeah. So I think that's gonna be it for me then. Yeah.
Okay. It is the creature's turn.
I'm sure the creature was just watching us that whole round, like, what are they doing?
It was.
swear.
We're going
Just like killing each other.
Yeah, we're like,
No, I gave you that slime for free.
Why are you throwing away my gifts?
No one likes my gifts.
I'm
That
just
was a
gonna,
big misunderstanding.
it's like I'm just gonna do it again.
Speaking of that, let me roll a d6. No.
Oh, thank God.
Sadly. Yeah, so it was like, and like one of its like long limbs like comes out, and it's like a shape of like a decapitated like body, but it's like in this like film of like flesh, and it just like swipes it and it wraps around you, and you feel it like gorge into you, Kyron, and like try and like take some flesh. So let's see here. Crit.
Jesus Christ!
So
Get out of here!
take that, my friend.
Okay, so the piercing damage is going to be halved.
Yeah.
So what is that total? 39. So I'll take 19. I'll take 19 points of piercing plus Jesus.
And then 27 necrotic.
27 necrotic.
As a reaction, I'm gonna rebuke the violent.
Thank God.
So a creature within 30 feet uses an attack. Does damage to a creature other than me. I can force them to make a wisdom saving throw. The DC is 16.
Nope.
So they take radiant damage equal to the damage that they dealt.
Jesus, nice. You see the radiant light go over it, and you've read about like paladins and like radiating the dead and how it burns into their flesh. It seems to score it like it's like hot and white, but it doesn't seem to do any like extra. And then that's its turn, and it's Kyron's turn.
Okay. Kyron's real pissed now. Kyron's all right. That's how you want to play it, buddy boy. And all right. So he is going to.
Hold on.
Oh no! 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 No hold-ons. No
At the end of
hold-ons.
its turn. Okay, everyone with D8.
Everyone?
No, just this. Oh, 7. Okay, cool. Yeah, again, nothing happens. Fine.
Thank God. All right, Kieran just sort of rolls his shoulders, lines up his maul, his giant ram skull maul, and he is going to reckless great weapon master this shit.
Nice.
Come on, advantage. Oh, there's a 14 hit.
Yep, it does.
Okay, thank God.
No armor,
Alright.
just flash.
Yeah. So that is going to be 24 points of bludgeoning damage and 9 points of necrotic damage.
As you hit it and like the blunt force trauma goes into it, you see because there are just a number of writhing undead bodies inside of it. You see a number of them like get hit by this maul, and it kind of hear cracking of bones. As a large portion, it just like stops, and then like as you're continuing the inward swing of your motion, you hear shh, and it goes as the necrotic damage seems to like, it doesn't seem to like it, as it seems to be burning the flesh.
It doesn't like necrotic. It doesn't like necrotic damage. And then, I mean,
I
he'll line
have
up.
just the sword for him then.
Yeah, and then he's gonna line up with another swing. 22, I'm gonna guess is gonna, or yeah, 22 gonna hit. Damn, that's okay. 28 points of bludgeoning damage. Ignore the necrotic on that, since that only affects my first hit.
Okay.
28 points of bludgeoning on that second one.
Yeah, you punch into it and you just see like a ripple effect go out through this like wall of flesh.
You fucking suck. Yeah, no, don't take that tone with me.
Is that your turn?
And yeah, I think that's my turn. Yep.
Nice. Nice suit. Karen. Oh, no, sorry. Say hello. Sorry, Fina.
Me. All right. Now I'm gonna attack it.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to go for a hit. Let me just double check something, y'all. No, I don't want that one. Do I want this one? I'm going to, yeah, so I'm going to try and hit it with my sword of wounding.
Oh, woo!
And then I would like to expend a superiority dice to attempt to trip it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to knock it prone. All right, here we go.
What's the stipulations on that? Is it a larger creature or smaller?
It says, large or small, it must make a
This
strength
swing is
saving
huge.
throw. Oh, fuck, I can't trip it. Okay, fine. I'm not going to try and trip it. I'm just going to hit it with my sword of wounding.
Natural 1. 9 is the AC, but a natural 1 fails. As you go to like hit it, and it like strikes true, but like a piece of like the innards like go up against like the flesh and like pull it taut, and like it just streaks across it like a bit of leather, unaffected.
Gross.
So I need to roll. Okay, cool.
Okay, well, I'm still going to attack it again with my extra attack.
Go for it.
I'm really bummed. That really just took the wind out of me. Okay. Hutta!
Yeah,
All right. So
you had did.
I'm gonna hit it. So it's going to do the damage, and then it's gonna do radiant damage from my divine strike, and then it's gonna take 1d4 necrotic damage at the start of every turn.
Nice.
All right. So
It has to make a save, right? Against it every time.
after it takes it, yeah.
Nice.
So 10 regular damage, 8 divine damage, and then
Divine damage. How rude.
and then 1d4 necrotic damage at the start of its turn.
Okay.
And then it can make a constitution saving throw after.
Okay, at the end of its turn.
Yes. And that No, I'm not done because I'm mad. I don't like this grody thing. So I'm
Okay.
going to use War Priest and make an extra attack
Go for
as a
it.
bonus action.
Believe
I'm
in
gonna be
you.
like, Istis, guide my hand. And she's like knitting and she's like, I'm busy. And I'm like, bah!
Fine. That hits.
Boom. Okay. So now it's going to take 11 slashing plus 4 divine strike. And now it takes 2d4 necrotic damage because it takes 1d4 for each time I've hit it with the sword.
Yep.
And that's
You're
The
right.
power battle.
I know. So,
Time to die. I've power battled.
That was
and
great.
that's my turn.
Nice. Yeah. So you do that, and plus the 4 damage, right? Yeah, it's looking like rough. It's like the bodies inside have just like stopped moving and like frothing and riling about. Neil. No, sorry, Sayeli.
Okay.
So it's like.
She did definitely. Okay, so she might have gotten her weapon ready for battle, but realistically, that's probably not going to be the time nor the place. So she's going to just shoot a firebolt at it.
Okay, yeah. That hits. Jesus, 22 damage.
Whoa, powerful.
Yeah. How do you want to kill it?
So hiding behind Neil, stonily skinned and really stressed out. She's going to hold out her hand and scream in Seoul, go back from where you came, and she's going to shoot just a mote of fire out of her hands that licks up this giant creature.
Like it burns up and like you all smell just like hot burning like flesh, almost like burnt like pork, just like permeates, but like rotted pork. It's like and it's like falls down. It's just like melting and bubbling and burning. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the evil sounds I'm making. And yeah, and it is less destroyed.
Is everyone all right? What are the wounds?
Sayeli ignores Seraphina and she walks over to the zombies and the creature, and she's trying to see if she can find any clothing, things on them, any discernible markings, anything that points to whether or not they were once part of this.
All you really see on them is just this black like leather garb that's like half like digested. Their faces are undiscernible. It's all just like skeletal or like bits of meat. But you definitely see like on some of them you see some markings of just like the Brotherhood, and then some other markings you don't really understand. It's just like a circle enwrapped in what looks to be like chains.
Ugh.
Like, hey Sally, can I see your arm for a sec? She's covered in stone, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna knock on it. Do you feel this? No, right? Then I'll draw out my magic sword, right?
I think
and I
we
want
should
to like.
keep moving.
Do you feel?
No,
do you feel
Neil,
this?
stop, Neil. Neil, I recommend you stop before.
I just want to
Sally-
make sure my sword is actually magical because they told me.
I'm telling you this for your own safety. Before she stabs you with your own sword.
Sayeli turns to Neil after he like raises the sword, and a firebolt, like you can see like the beginning of the fire forming around her hands, and she's like, Neil, do you really want to try this right now?
I'm sorry, I'm just excited. All right, you have stone skin. It's cool. All right, so I'm gonna take like a little piece of white cloth. I bet you know what this is, right, Sally? Whoever taught you magic, right? Anyway, so I'm gonna cast Aid at 3rd level, so everybody gains 10 hit points, and their hit point max goes up by 10. For 8 hours, I think it is. Yeah. Do you guys feel better now? Do you feel anything? Does that feel like something?
That worked very well, Neil. That
Feels
is
wonderful,
probably
Neil. Thank you so much.
Does it feel like somebody aided you just
the
now?
first time you've ever cast a spell that didn't piss me off, Neil. Now, can we get out of this place before we have to kill any more undead Brotherhood?
Your emotions could use some calming. I'm just gonna throw that out there. But anyway, yeah.
Ellie is going to use her little stone fist to punch Neil square in the jaw.
Oh, with the stone hand.
Just like this, because he's taller than her. He's like, bam!
Oh, does it dent my helm of comprehend languages and lose
Honestly,
another
she has
language?
like it's
It
it's
just dings.
Like I can't. It
Ooh.
doesn't translate the letter S anymore or something like that.
That's
Yeah,
sad.
nothing for us. It's just like, right at his like face. Just- I don't know, Neil. Does that feel like stone skin?
So did you just actually legitimately hit me?
Yeah.
Because you might break my concentration on your stones.
Honestly, I just hope it breaks the concentration. That's all I want. I want her to punch him so the concentration breaks.
I'm gonna try to keep it.
I mean, you're not proficient in armed attack, and I think it's just a one damage.
Yeah.
So
All right, so I needed a 10, I think, so I got a 12, so it's still there.
Okay, well it's fine. She's gonna keep walking.
We should go forward with the trepidation, as the zombies did come from us from that direction. There could be more.
I mean, I think this is the only direction we can go.
Kieran, you're hurt, right?
I'm fine.
Everyone's hurt, Neil.
I'm doing great, actually. I now have more HP than when I started this game because of Neil.
I think I have almost as much HP as any. I'm at half HP, and I think I still have as much as any of you.
Well, all right. So Kieran, I'm just gonna touch Kieran. Where's polite to touch? I don't know. I'll do his like arm.
Elbow.
Elbow.
Just, like, grab him right here. Be like, boop.
All right, don't move.
Just any like just any upper body part that's not my face.
Okay. I'll just touch your elbow,
Okay.
and I'll heal him for 20 more.
And as you're healing him, you're kind of walking through. You see that as you're kind of moving through this like burning corpse that is now just dissolving. You see in front of you just more and more this blackness. But now you're seeing like these like little alcoves that seem very like dilapidated. Most likely like was rooms at some point. You just see inside of them, like you just kind of glance in as you kind of, if you're moving by, just like more bookshelves, like a dilapidated, like frozen bed, over what looks like tapestries and all that stuff as you just kind of like continuing on. Does everyone do anything, or you just can move on?
Sally, you said something about garbing yourself in knowledge that was on the walls.
Yes, the wall said, wrap yourself in knowledge. Bound in knowledge. The way forward.
Do you think we should... I hate to say it. Do you think we should look?
I think we should not. But
Okay. All right. I mean, you seem to know what's this is.
This is not the place to hang out. This is not the place to party. This is to train. This is to learn, and this is to get stronger. And we're not here to train, learn, and get stronger from the Brotherhood.
Okay. I trust your judgment. Let's go. And Kieran will start forward again.
Trust her judgment.
More than yours or
She's
Seraphina's at the moment.
She's not being upfront with us about this stuff.
And we can talk about that later.
Neil,
However,
if you
I've
have any
learned-
questions, ask away when we're not here.
Let's all not forget whose idea it was that got us into this stupid snow place in the first place.
I was almost not even there for that. I was so out of it.
Ooh. So, what'd you guys do?
Yeah, if they're going forward, then I'm just gonna go forward as well.
Okay, so yeah, you just continue moving forward. You see as it goes from like this like open room where you guys came from to these like small like hallways. You're just more these like alcoves with like these little rooms, like hovels. And then as you kind of like go past all these like little hovels, as you move just past them, do have various like debris and like various just like stone and rocks and chains and chairs and beds and all that stuff. As you kind of move away from that, you're moving through. You see a large like cutout into the stonework. It still keeps that kind of rigid black stone design, but you see there's like a whole load of chains, like black chains, like snaked around the walls and the ceiling. You see what looks to be like an old like frozen It looks to be almost like a shower head. And it's like holes in the ground. And that's where you can really see with like a cursory glance. And it's like these etchings on the ground.
A shower head and holes in the ground.
Don't do it, Neil.
No. All right. Something. This is obviously.
Then like an etching on the ground as well.
What's the etching?
You have a look.
Yes.
Yep. Roll perception check. That's the most timid yes I've ever heard. Yeah.
Alright. Perception. I have a +1. Here we go. A 19.
Yeah. So. Give me 1 second.
Hey, Ellie, you can check for traps and stuff, right? Is that your thing? Do you do that? This looks like a trap.
You see on the ground this what looks to be an old etching of what looks to be like an old like deactivated like glyph or like a ward of like magic, but it's like it seems inert, but like the etchings in the ground still stay. And it's just these like various like pentagrams in each side. It's like at the ends are circular, but the points of the side shoot out from the circle edge. And inside you just see looks to be like a cuboid engraving, like right in the center.
Is there a way? I mean, like we're trying to get through this tunnel, right?
Yeah.
Is
So
there just a way around this?
no, that's
Or-
no, that's like off to the side, right? So that's like cut into the wall, and like cut into the side where you'd have to walk into like that little alcove area.
Oh,
So this
so we
is like
can
an extension. You can just walk past this if you don't want to.
We can
like
just walk
fuck with
past
it. Yeah, you can just walk past it. I'm just telling you what you see as you're moving forward.
When Sayeli walks past the room, she stops in front of it and she just stares into it. And she falls to one knee and she runs her hands through her black hair and she just grips it and she just doesn't move.
You okay there, Sally?
We're going to die in here.
We are not gonna die in here. Let me tell you, a lot of things have tried to kill me in my life, and they have yet to do so, and I refuse to fucking die in this goddamn shithole of a plane. And I swear to God, I swear to whatever gods there are out there, I will do my best to make sure none of you die in
Ellie,
this goddamn shithole of a plane.
if you die, I have Revivify. You know that one, right?
I don't plan on letting you use that.
So it's
I'm
just-
very
you'll-
hard to kill.
So you'll be okay.
Sally, we need you to help us get out of here. And clearly, you're the one with the most experience with whatever this is.
Sally
So I need
rubs
you to,
her
like,
face and she picks
fuck up for this
herself
moment.
This is a torture chamber. This room is a
Oh.
torture chamber.
Yeah, I thought it looked familiar.
Sally's gonna step into the room with the etchings.
Okay, you do so.
Kieran will also step into the room.
She's going to look around and she's just gonna kind of investigate. She's gonna see if there's anything active, any books, anything about spells, anything that seems relevant to her, things she can relate to
Mhm.
spell-wise in these rooms.
There's no books in this room. There were in the other rooms. There's just these like black chains and stuff. Or like manacles where people would have been chained to the chains. And then just like this faucet head that looks like it's been frozen over. Run me a perception check.
Okay.
Actually, run me an investigation check because you're investigating.
Okay.
That's enough. You look around and you can kind of see, and where you see like that cuboid, you see smatterings of blood. That's it.
How fresh? Does it look like recent blood or old dry blood?
Old dry blood. But you could probably summarize that was some kind of like activation or something. since you are in the arcane realm as well.
Almost like not part of herself, she's going to pick up the dagger that she recently made magical, and she's going to try and pierce her stone skin.
Sally, are you okay?
She's looking totally deadpan. Like her eyes aren't even like dead straight pan, like not even there. She just kind of like takes it out and tries to run her hand across.
Serafina, Neil.
At this point, I'm gonna step forward and I'm gonna grab her wrist that has the knife, and I'm gonna like kind of yank her, and I'm gonna like keep my voice low, but I'm gonna go, Sally, I don't know everything, and I'm like holding her wrist so she can't do anything stupid. I don't know everything that you've done, and I don't know who you pray to for forgiveness. But now is not the time to let the demons win. We will get out of here, and then we will think about our crimes. But I won't have you falling into this darkness now. We need you. I'll let go. We all have time to be sad and cry about this later. We need to get out of here now.
Sally closes her hands into a fist, and she looks at Serafina, and like tears are just pouring down her face, and she just like nods and starts to walk away from the room.
Okay.
I'll follow. Out of the room.
I will also follow.
Nia?
I didn't go in. So.
Neil knows better. Neil knows
Okay.
not to go into any room.
Okay.
Doesn't
Neil,
even know
Neil
what
you are allowed
happened.
to go in. You are allowed to come into this room, Neil. Neil, you have my permission to come in here.
Just like I see this
That's 'cause
Sally
we're leaving.
that.
Yeah, you can see all of this.
And
Are you
so-
gonna cast calm emotions on Sally?
No, I'm like a dog when it sees its owner is bummed. So I'm just gonna kind of quietly.
It's a weird way to describe yourself. I'm just going to put that out there.
Neil has
quietly,
some
like,
weird relationships with people in this group.
Yeah.
quietly walk
Does
near
that make
her.
Kieran dead? So I'm your owner, Seraphina's your mom. Does that make
I'm more
Kieran
like
dead?
older brother. I think I'm more like older
Dad,
brother.
Kieran?
That's the
Yeah,
real
Kieran-
horror story here. What's Neil's
We're one
relationship?
weird, fucked up family.
See, I'll just walk near her. That's all.
My God, that's funny. And as you all go and you head out, and you keep walking, you swear, Sayele, you hear the change clink. And as you're moving forward, you hear as snow ahead of you, 30 feet, you see coming in, as you see the exit to this cavern. And that's where we'll take our break.
Ah!
We did it, guys. We beat the
Owners, pets, mommies, daddies, doms, subs, we're all some big old mess.
Yep, we all beat the friendship. So we'll be back.
We have chains.
That's true. I mean, you, when you did, you left them. But we will be back in a few minutes. So stay tuned for that. I will leave you with our coming back soon screen and some lovely little music that's on there as well. So see you in a moment. Bye. Hello, everybody. We are here in the fantasy world where there is fantasy, dragons, and no dabbing. If you dab, you take a permanent 60d6 to your health. So, dab away. Dab away.
Is this a challenge?
Your character's dead.
I'm sure I could convince someone to divine favor me a few dabs. Guys,
Nice.
give me divine favor so I have one dab on stream.
Define,
give me
define
the right
dab.
dab once.
Define dab. Cool. Yeah,
I
so
will leave and uninstall.
Baby Riot. I can actually do the voice to Baby Riot now. That's cool. So we come back. You guys are at the edge, the mouth edge of this hallway. You see this large triangle cut into the wall, which it's like the exit to the tunnel. You guys kind of moving forward, and as you move forward, give me 1 second. Sorry, gassy as soon as I come back. Jesus. So yeah, leaving the blackened stone cave, you see in front of you a vast frozen landscape. Snow slowly falls from the sky, but does not settle. Instead, the ground in front of you is a long sheet of ice, stretching far and wide. Also in front of you, you see a large glacier castle that seems to shoot straight up like it is trying to pierce the night sky. Also west of this castle are large frozen stairs made of dark blues and blacks with sparkling light, small and bright, shining through the translucent staircase that extends upward into the air, almost into the very night sky itself. While off to the far east you see large black trunks that seem to snake and intertwine up and under the very ground. Larger and larger they seem to get as they snake east till they reach a huge cluster of trees with vibrant blue leaves that seem to shine in the distance. What do you do?
Hour. And there's stairs that go way up. And then what was the third thing?
The third thing is those like snaking trunks that you guys saw at the beginning. You see more of those, going off to the east, and there's like a large cluster, almost like a forest of like trees out of like this vibrant blue color.
So, and those are all in different areas.
It's all like in this like wide expanse that you can kind of see in distance. So like going like straight forward, you see like slightly off, like to the west, you see this like glacier castle where like the Snow Queen is, and then like just like some ways away from that, also going to the west, you see this like large staircase that just seems to be extending upwards, and then to the east you just see this like large cluster of trees.
Oh, well, we're going to see the Snow Queen, right? To get back home.
You know that the Snow Queen or the Lady of Winter could either help you. You released Boros, the Snow Queen's husband. And then you see this like large
that
tree
happened.
cluster.
That
Hey,
she
everyone.
imprisoned. She imprisoned.
Those
Why
stairs.
did she imprison him? Like, what did he do? Like adultery?
I don't
Like,
think we got that. I don't think we ever got that information.
so
You
maybe we
didn't ask.
shouldn't see her then. Maybe she would be unhappy.
She might not know. She might not know. that we
Probably.
did it.
The stairs look pretty interesting. Just saying.
The stairs lead to the castle where we believe the Snow Queen is.
Nope. So you got a glacier castle of just like
Glacier.
ice, like crystal ice shards, like almost like if you were to think of like that fucking shit film, Late Snow. What's it called?
Frozen?
Frozen, yeah. Like if you think of like an ice shard, like multi-layered, like pronging up
Let it
together.
go.
Yeah, like multi-layered. That seems to extend all the way up, almost like it's like trying to tip up to the very sky. That's where the Snow Queen is. Also, Riddleston is with you still. It's like a bird.
Oh yeah, he's
He's
a
like
bird.
in someone's like shirt or
He's
something.
quiet.
Like,
Mhm.
actually not
He's-
partaking.
Had it really long.
He's actually just been really quiet this entire time. I've been doing that, on purpose.
Oh.
Not just because I've forgotten about him.
Who?
Also,
is
we haven't forgotten about Riddleston, so I'm gonna be like, Riddleston, how did you find our journey through the cave? Was it exhilarating?
No. I felt drained when I was in there.
Couldn't help but notice that you didn't offer us any assistance.
I mean, I never do, so.
Why did you feel drained? Was there less whimsy in there or something?
I mean, I feel like that's just generally apparent. Did you see it at the core?
So do you feel weaker when there's no whimsy, or was it?
No, just that place. It just felt like it was siphoning. I don't like it. Let's leave.
How do we feel? Do we feel normal?
You feel fine, but
Oh.
you're still like in the
A little
doorway.
singed. Little singed.
Yeah, I mean, you're fine, but I mean, you are all wounded, so you could rest if you wanted.
We
How
should-
close are we to this palace?
You're like narratively close, right? So if you just say you go there, we'll just connect up there.
Are we closer to the palace, the staircase, or
Each
the...
are equally distant now. They're all in like the same kind of like glacial sheet expanse as you've passed the mountain, and this all seems to be what's there. The aurora seems to be coming from the staircase.
Riddleston, do you know what is up the staircase?
Yes, that is. I was told to be polite. That is where the Lady of Winter resides.
Oh. Hmm. Sounds
Also,
Why don't you
known-
like the Lady of Winter?
I'm not allowed here. They don't like me.
Great. What did you do?
I think just ever since the gala, when everything turned, I'm just not allowed here, right?
Is this like your relationship with the well, where it went sour, but then you saw them again and you made friends again?
No, this is the part where I go there and they destroy me.
What about the forest? What's in the forest?
It's new.
Oh.
Kind of
Riddleston, we could
kind
just
of
hide
reminds
our-
me of the orchards back in the Summerlands.
Or what's the name of this show?
So we're going up the stairs and not through the forest because I don't want any ice baby monsters.
I would be. I'm personally wary about going to the queen because if she imprisoned her husband and then we released her husband, I don't know what kind of reception we would have.
Okay, Riddleston. You
Yes.
said there was one other possible way to get back to the Summerlands or whatever that wasn't possibly through the Queen of Winter.
The Lady of Winter.
No, I said you could either ask the Snow Queen, which is the glacier,
Yes.
Yeah, we figured that
beautiful building,
Yeah, we figured that out,
Roses.
Riddleston.
or the Lady of Winter, or I don't know, something else. I mean, you could always ask Boros, but that would mean going back up the mountain, which would make our previous escapade completely redundant.
Well, first of all, we could hide Riddleston. No one has to know that he is with us. I don't have my fanny pack any longer, but I'm sure someone does.
You have a suitcase that you've been
I do
lugging
have a
this whole
magic
way.
suitcase that I traded so much.
They probably already know that I'm here. I'm just being honest.
So perhaps we go to them. Well, let's save that for later.
We could always
Oh,
just go for a nice walk in the forest.
Here's the question.
My vote is with the Lady of Winter because I don't think the Snow Queen. I don't know her reception.
If things go weird, Riddleston, I'll just pretend to kill you. I'll go, I don't like him either, and I'll do this. But my
Riddleston, how
spell
are you
go-
feeling about
Like
your
you just
friendship
put it
with
between your
Hero?
arm and your body, and you go like that.
I feel like it's been a little testy lately.
Get tricky.
No offense, Neil, but compared to me or the Lady of Winter,
Yeah.
you're a child playing with a stick.
I'm trying
That's
to help.
true for Neil in comparison to almost.
I'm just throwing ideas out there, trying to help you.
I know. I'm sorry. I feel drained. I'm tired.
Plus, you know, I thought
cold.
maybe that was a whimsical idea, and that's kind of your thing.
Oh my god, you are obsessed with.
Riddleston, why don't you? Maybe you should go to the Snow Queen. And
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. No.
Why? She doesn't like you either.
No, I told you they both don't like me.
Oh right.
Not-
Okay.
not-
So then it doesn't. Then we shouldn't
Maybe
make
that
our
means
decision.
they'll like us a lot. Maybe if we bring Riddleston to them.
As a peace offering.
I
Well,
didn't
but we
free
can't-
the husband, so.
We can't give up Riddleston.
Oh, we don't have to give him up. We have to just show that he's changed and he's here to help make things better here, and he can
Oh.
explain himself and make.
What do you mean
friends.
better? Everything's fine. Why do you keep saying that?
Okay, Rabbit Boy.
Riddleston, what do you remember about the corruption?
What?
The corruption.
What corruption? I just remember there was a gala and everyone just freaked out and I don't really know why.
Riddleston's broken. Guys, Riddleston's broken.
Must be that tunnel that we went through.
He's been saying that since you left the floating tower.
And I'm pretty sure I know why, but
I don't. It could be the well. She was a bitch, so.
Speak to her like that. She was a lovely person.
Riddleston,
you
we're gonna have to talk about
relationship
your
Well,
yeah.
Can I ask
Riddleston,
that?
you have
Hmm?
a distraction from the tunnel. How do you have a relationship with the well? Like, how do you go on dates? How do you hang out?
How do we get down is what you're asking?
How do you
No
fuck?
one's asking. No one's asking that. No one's
Hey,
asking.
Riddleston, how do you fuck? a
No,
well?
no. I think that this is all very personal information and we don't need to talk about it.
Y'all asked a bunch of questions about me in a tunnel. Why can't we ask about him in a well?
I didn't ask how you had sex with a well.
all right, everyone. I think that we just need to pick a direction and go.
I say we
I
go
would
to the
rather
Lady
not
of
sit
Winter
here.
and up the stairs.
Does Sally still look like bummed and distracted?
Oh yeah, she looks all sorts of like she looks like she just had like a night of like ecstasy and then woke up and had to go to work 12-hour shift. She's like,
I'm gonna take
Dehydrated.
out like
Oof.
a granola bar ration and be like, "Hey, are you okay?"
You don't have any, my friend.
Oh.
we're out of food, my dude.
He goes to do it and it's just like crumbs. Hey,
That's another thing. We need to find some place that might have some food. Because I don't know about you, but I am getting real hungry. And
All
you
right,
don't-
let's take a vote.
real
Lady of
hungry.
Winter, Snow Queen. I assume we all agree that the forest is off limits because we have no idea what's in there.
Riddleston, what's in the forest?
He said he doesn't know. He said it's
Right.
new.
I mean,
Riddleston,
as I said, it reminds me of the orchards back in the Summerlands. So if they're there, then I'm
Orchards are
guessing
bad.
fruits.
Orchards are bad. We can all agree on this, right?
Why?
Orchards.
I vote Lady of Winter.
Riddleston.
when the players matter, the name of the show. The fear
No,
is
you've
real.
been telling us
The
about
fear
the
is
orchards
real. I know. I'm just saying the fear is real.
Riddleston.
I love it.
How come we-
Yes.
Who would have the most answers about why that tunnel exists in the mountains?
Nothing goes past the lords in their domain. But the Lady of Winter would know best.
Then I vote for the Lady of Winter.
Neil.
The
Did
lady's at the
Seraphina-
top of the staircase, Neil.
Seraphina and Sally both said the Lady of Winter.
Yeah.
I'll look at Sally, and almost immediately after she says the Lady of Winter, I'll be like, the Lady of Winter. Yeah, how you feeling? You okay?
Neil, have you ever seen? Imagine this: walking through a long road of nothing but dumpsters full of babies. That's how I feel right now, Neil. That's how I feel.
If you
Are you the dumpster or are you the baby in this metaphor?
Honestly, I'm all of them. I'm the dumpster and the baby.
Mm-hmm.
I'm mis-
I don't think you're a dumpster. I think
So what's the
you're-
plan, guys?
I think we're going I mean,
We're
at
going
this
up the
point, my
stairs.
vote doesn't matter. So.
Exactly. We're going up the stairs.
Outvoted. Okay.
Are the stairs icy?
No. So as
Is
you
it a stairway to heaven?
it literally goes up to the sky as far as you can see.
I'm sorry, I
Um,
had to do it. I couldn't. Could not.
I got 2 tickets to pair. So as you go, and you cross this like sheet of ice. You see the snow is falling, and it is actual snow. And it just like floats to the ground. It's not settling, but it's just like this like large sheet of ice. And as you move ever onwards, as the cavern you went to slowly gets smaller and smaller, and you head towards the stairs, you see that these large stairs are black and blue with sparkles of light shining in them, almost like starlight. They are translucent. And the only reason that you can see that they are stairs is because they lay on top of each other, and the way that the sparkling pinpricks of light are arranged tells you the different intersections, and it extends far past to what you can see upwards into the very night sky.
Is there a railing?
There's no railing.
How
It's not
wide
up to
are they?
code. We could probably like have two people on either side.
And it just goes up into clouds.
There are no clouds. It's a cloudless sky of just blackness and stars and aurora seeming to permeate from the top of the stairs. All
Beautiful.
around you.
Sally marches up those like she's been practicing steps
hold
all
up.
week.
Hold up, Sally. Think we should all tie a rope to each other?
In case
case
one
someone-
falls. so
Yeah,
we
but
can
one
all-
falls and then they all fall. Exactly.
I would say Neil weighs a lot more than I in his plate armor. Plate falls,
I'm
I
fairly
fall.
strong. So long as we have an anchor.
I don't know. I think it's too risky. If one of us were to fall, the chance of all of us falling is much higher if we're tied together.
I
Why
could
don't
tie
we
a
do
rope to
this then?
myself.
Why
Alright,
don't we
Neil, they
do-
apparently don't
why
care
don't-
about your safety. Let's go.
No. Why don't we tie? Because Kieran, you and I are the strongest. We each tie one of them to us.
Hey, I'm pretty strong. I hate to break it to you.
How strong are you?
Clumsy Neil.
Well, I have a 16 strength.
Oh, you are pretty strong.
I have 8 strength, I think.
Let's all tie our ropes to Sayeli.
So if we fall off different sides of the stairs, like
Like a three-way thing where she has 3 ropes connected to her. She's completely safe.
I can inform you now. You're not gonna fall off the stairs. Don't worry.
Okay, that's all. You don't need to worry about it.
Oh.
Yeah, no worries.
I have this strange feeling we're not gonna fall off the stairs.
Wait, I feel secure in myself. Yeah. So, do you guys ascend the stairs, or do you guys ascend?
Yeah, I'll be in the rear. I think we should not do 2 abreast. Let's just go single file.
Okay. what's
I
the
will
order?
go up front once again.
I'll be second.
Okay. So
Oh no.
nice. So as you kind of continue up these staircases, you're traveling on and on and on and on. 10, 15, 20 minutes. It's going on, and it goes to the point where it gets dizzy and almost like it's like full of nausea. Just like looking down, you get vertigo, but you kind of stay strong as you look down, and it is a dizzying height, and you're almost just walking on starlight itself, as each step is just this black void of just like lights and shining glimmers. And as you ascend further and further, you're going for at least 40 minutes up the stairs, as it just continues on and on and on. And then you slowly start seeing the staircase stop. And as you slowly start seeing the staircase stop, and who's in front again? Sorry, Serafina.
I am Kieran.
So as you start seeing the staircase stop, and you start seeing like an edge in front of you, as you ascend higher and higher and higher, you realize that there is just this thin platform up in the sky that is translucent and flat. It is also covered in blackness and starlights. And as you get to the top floor of these stairs, you see that there is nothing around you but far off wide black expanse, and all of you are chilled to the touch as it is icy cold. Sitting on this platform looking up, you see stars and stars below you, almost like you've walked into a pocket of night. Sitting in front of you, about 60 feet away, on a pure black stone throne, draped in fine silk and cushions, purple, is an elegant woman. This lady, as she kind of sits there, not even looking at you, although seeming to staring off into the distance where you can see the moon shining bright. Stunning beauty with hair the color of midnight, sits before a shining field of stars. A gown seemingly woven from the night sky drapes her flawless ivory skin. Bright light glitter like diamonds in her crown and raiment, and some drift about her body and dance near her hand. As she seemingly doesn't even take notice to you, next to her is a table draped with the same purple cloth. Next is a fine bowl, and in this bowl are a dozen ripe, golden red apples. And as the last of you come up, you see her hand reach over to these apples, and she is quite large. She picks one up and merely pops it all in her mouth, and you hear the most delicate as she stares up at the moon, seemingly not even interested in your arrival. You have gained audience with the Lady of Night, Lady of Winter.
Serafina.
Yes.
Serafina,
Yes.
you're like our emissary type person. You go talk to her.
All right. I'll I'll like make my way past everyone on the stairs, and I'll, with great trepidation, ease closer. And I think Serafina is definitely like hardcore useless lesbian. So like as she is getting bigger, as she's like fully taking in this woman, she's like, hello. Hello, my lady. And she like bows and she's like, my lady, hello. I am your peaceful and humble servant, here to seek an audience with you. Hi.
And for those who are watching at home, this is what she looks like. I'll show on the screen.
Kieran is just face palming. Just
You can see that in the chat and on the channel. And I'll show the people in the game as well. But yeah, as you say this, she just kind of says, "Why are you so loud?"
I like very, very immediately lower my voice, although I'm not gonna whisper. So
Yeah, it's fine. Stage whisper.
I apologize, my lady. I've had quite a rough few days or weeks. Time is a bit fuzzy right now, and my nerves are frayed.
Why? And she hasn't looked at you. She just stares at the moon, just playing with her
Oh, man.
ivory skin across her face. A
The
long,
longer she refuses to look at me, like the more I am.
just hot for her.
Yeah.
She doesn't look at you. Her long elven ears poking from her midnight hair just says, "Why have all of you strange pink creatures come to my realm?"
I apologize for our unsightly and uninvited intrusion into your realm, but we were, and I'm looking at the ground, but I also am like making glances at her, but I don't want to like accidentally make eye contact and be rude, so I'm just like, we accidentally were brought here against our will and are trying to return to our realm where everyone is pink. Well, not everyone is pink. Some people are. There are many different colors.
You are rambling.
Yeah, sorry, my lady.
Who else
Did I-
speaks?
Hello, my name is Sayeli Grey Mason. We are part of the Gilded Glaive, and we are here to cure the Feywild from the curse of this orchard problem, from this terrible gala or whatever. And due to these evils, we seem to have stepped onto your territory unwitting and unknowingly. And we apologize, but we are just trying to get back to the Summerlands so we can fix the problems within the Feywild.
She takes a hand, not looking at you, takes another apple. And then her head turns, moving, her eyes move across the expanse. Her eyes seem to dip around your form, never looking upon you, Seraphina. But her eyes lock eyes with you, Sayeli. Why do you come here once again in such a form? You think I cannot see deceit?
Sayeli is going to cast a spell. And it is going to be. Hang on. She is going to cast Alter Self. And she is going to use it to change her appearance. When she changes her appearance, her black hair turns a very pale, almost white color. Her skin lightens approximately 3 shades, and her dark eyes become very blue. And she goes, "My name is Sayeli Jasonal, once member of the Scarlet Brotherhood, and I am here to find transport back to the Summerlands so we can cure the Feywilds. I do not change my appearance lightly.
Head moves back to the moon. Every time you say the same. Why should I help you this time? Do you even know who I am? I am Lady of Winter, Celestial Radiant, Lady of Night, Lady of Magic, Goddess of Shadow, Why do you come saying the same things? All of you. Do you not grow tired of this game?
I've never been here before. I don't know about the rest of you. Look, we're just trying to get back to whatever it is we're doing here.
I don't remember.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't
to
really
you,
know.
Kieran.
Sorry, what was that?
I don't remember referring to you, Kieran.
I don't know, you just said all of us though. Why do all of us keep coming here? So I
How do
felt
you
like
know
that.
Kieran's name? Lady
Also
of
that.
Winter.
That too.
How many times have we been here?
Oh, it's so long now. Many moons. Have you not wondered why? Of course you haven't. Why the beast man gains his true form. Why the one who is racked with insecurities loses the thing he very searches for. Why the wicked are tormented by the feuds of the past, and the secret hoarder has her weaknesses bed upon you. Why have you not realized? Why do you never realize?
Help us realize this time, so we don't have to come back and bother you.
But you will.
Not if you help us.
Why should I? What have you ever given me?
What do you
will you?
want?
Uniqueness, perfection, beauty.
You'll never achieve those things with the corruption that haunts the Feywilds. If you help us break the cycle of never remembering, we can fix it and you can achieve perfection.
How do you have at this point, Sally is like frustrated. How do you have perfection in this lands when you have the things in the mountains? How do you have perfections when the snow is glass that steals away dreams? You have no perfection if you do not help us, Lady of Winter.
At your tone.
I'm gonna reach out and put my hand on Sally's shoulder and kind of just give her a gentle squeeze.
Perfection in imperfection is still perfection. There is beauty in the corruption. It is new, unique. You come here every time, giving away your access to the power, Serafina. Following lies and trickery. Why would you follow a creature that mere existence is whimsy and mischief, yet you believe it so heartedly? You never ask questions. You merely follow. Now you have died once again, and you will come back once again.
Wait! You think this corruption is unique? It isn't. We have things like this all the time in the realm of pink people. It's nothing. It's boorish. It would be of greater uniqueness, something new to chase away a threat. Has anything like that been done before in the Feywilds? Has anyone taken a stand, proven themselves to stand out from the other courts who have done nothing? If you help us, the Lady of Winter will be the one who rid the Feywild of the boorish corruption. That is truly unique. Oh, shit. Sorry, my cat just clawed me.
Romy, if you're trying to persuade, Romy, persuade.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna use my fucking nat 20 on that one, baby.
Nice.
Thank you, viewer. Woo!
Yeah, nice. So she just says to you, she looks at you for the first time. And she looks away, horrified. That would be interesting. How would I help you?
Guys, how did she help us? I didn't get to this part of my head.
You give
Look,
us
we just need to.
Summerlands. You let us destroy this, and you watch that your world becomes perfect, beautiful, and returns to what it needs to be.
That's what we need. Thank you.
She looks at you, Sally, with that tone. And I'm gonna need you to make me a save. Give me 1 second.
I'm about to get killed by this fucking woman. I'm honestly the best way to die. The most powerful woman just slices Sally in half.
Well, she had the thing. Where's the... Sorry, give me 1 second. Don't know where the thing is in there. So yeah, she looks at you, Sally, and then she just kind of, her eyes start to like glimmer, and you feel this presence, and she just kind of says to you, I asked you to watch your tone. And then, give me 1 second, as it seems the character sheet does not have all the things that I want on there. Is this not? It's not it. Sorry, give me 1 second. Yeah. So she looks at you, and she just kind of like puts like a hand towards you, and I need you to make me believe it is some form of save that I can tell you to make. She basically casts confusion on you. I need you to make me a wisdom save.
Oof.
It's a fail. So she casts confusion on you. She just looks at you, and you feel like your mind kind of like addled for a second. So. On a wisdom save, when you cast this spell, be affected by it. Target can take reactions and must roll d10 at the start of each turn to determine its behavior for the turn. D10 behavior 1, blah blah blah, and tells you the behaviors and stuff like that. So she's just like, if you cannot be in control of your emotions, then perhaps you should not have control. She casts confusion on you. So I can put that in roll 20 for you if you'd like. Give me 1 second because it's not in there. The actual sheet doesn't do fuck all.
Don't you love technology?
Yeah, you know, it's like, oh, I'm gonna have this prepared. Oh, it doesn't actually do anything. Okay, wow.
Literally trying to get my computer to work this morning. Like, everything's all set up and it's working fine. I streamed last night, and then I had to restart my computer twice.
Yeah, there you go. Basically, that's like the whole thing. But you failed the roll. And the concentration lasts for 1 minute.
Cool.
But yeah, she just looks at you and just kind of says, "What were you saying?" Serafina. I will help you.
We would like to please go to the summer court.
Fine, if you wish to retread your old ways. And she like takes out her hand, and you see this like glyph on the floor. Just like magically, like a circle appear, and it starts like etching out. It will take a minute to do. Teleportation will take you there.
So, how are you? Good.
I weep for my lost love.
Oh, who's oh,
Who's
but they're gone? You're single? Are you single?
Oh, smooth.
Nice.
Who's your lost love?
The King of the Moon. She's just staring at it.
Yes.
I had to imprison him.
Is that a thing that winter women do? They imprison their loved ones frequently.
His mind was not his own. He defied my orders.
And you were completely justified. I'm not questioning you at all. He looks beautiful up there, and you deserve it. Men, you know, love them.
As you say that, you just see like.
Oh, thank God.
The minute goes by, the confusion wears off. There, if you wish to continue on your path that you always do, go to the Summerlands. I'm sure the gala will be lovely.
Before we go, Sally says as she like rubs her face because she feels like dicks and shit.
Be
and
nice, Ellie.
her hair is back to black because concentration was hella broken. She's back to her normal self. Why does the Brotherhood live in your mountains?
They asked to have a place for their research, and they gave me something unique, so I allowed them to stay. Zadash truly has green fingers. That's your term, isn't it? Those who grow your fruits.
Sally just stares at this woman. How long have they been there? When did you let them come?
Oh, centuries now. Decades in your time. They were quite lovely. The apples he made. We have our own orchards here. He helped me grow them.
Sally's gonna walk through the portal.
I have a question, milady.
Milady.
Have you ever been to this summer gala thing?
Once. The iridescentness does not wish to invite me to such places anymore.
What if you just like showed up? What would happen?
That is not what we do. The winter will consume the summer soon. In time.
feel like just showing up might be pretty unique, but you know, what do I know? Anyways,
Are
thanks.
you trying to persuade her? You're trying to do a thing, let me know.
Am I trying to do a thing? I don't know.
Do it. Just do the damn thing.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess I'm trying to get
I
her
would like to say
show
for the
up.
record, in case he fails and she is really mad, I already went through the portal.
Okay, so you go through the portal?
I went through first, like as soon as it opened, I was like, "Oh my god, thank you."
Okay, so just make sure you let me know.
Okay, sorry, yeah. So
Is
in
Neil
case he,
still
like,
over on
fucks
this
up,
side
in
with
case he
me?
fucks up and she seals it because she's mad, let the record show that I am on the other side. Of the
Okay, no one else has said they're on the portal, so I'm gonna take it everyone else is going. Kyron was the next
Sayali's
one.
through the-
Yeah,
yeah.
apart from you two. But no one else has said at this point, so I'm gonna assume everyone else is.
Alright,
on
I
your
guess
side.
I'm trying to do a thing. Am I roll? What am I rolling?
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
Ooh. Woo woo.
Oh, not bad. That's not the worst. Could be better.
But I have nothing to wear.
I mean, you're very lovely in what you're wearing right now.
She looks at you. But I have no date.
Oh. I look over at Neil. I look.
I
I'm just
pop my
like,
head through the
I
portal.
will-
Did you need a date, my lady?
Oh my god, how much of a power move would this be if Kieran came through with it? I would love to escort you there.
Ooh, a mood.
She looks at you. Run me another persuasion with advantage. You should pass your last one.
You got an advantage. That's good. Maybe you can get like a 20.
Or I could. Oh, God. RNG hates me.
No. I will go alone.
Okay, that's good too. More power to you. I'm just gonna head through. We'll see you there. Yes? Okay. And I go through the portal.
Sure. Just Neil left. Did you go through?
I just want to say to her, thank you for helping us. It was nice to meet you.
It was expected to see you again, Neil. See you next time.
Okay, bye.
You jump
Wait.
through. Oh,
I want to eyeball the apples.
there's like 10 left.
I'm gonna say, Lady of Winter, we're out of food. Would it be possible? Forgive me if I'm being rude. Would it be possible for us to have a few of those apples?
You will be in the Summerlands orchards.
Oh. Okay. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
And yeah, you guys made it out of there thanks to that nat 20. Good job.
Nice.
Thank you, chat.
Yeah. As could have been a thing. So, when you all leave and you all kind of come out at once, Seraphina, since you had said that you had went first, you as you kind of step through the portal, you see just in front of you, just these rows upon rows upon rows of trees everywhere. They are large and high, vibrant green, and slightly rustle in the wind as warm summer heat hits you again. And you are back in the Summerlands as Sayeli comes through. And then as Kyron comes through. And then Neil. you see, all of you see off in the distance, way off in the distance, a towering castle that's wrapped in these vibrant red vines. The castle, the Lord of Summer, off in the distance. What do you do?
Oh my god, we could have been here like 4 days ago.
Wait. Before we do anything, where's Riddleston?
You had him last. He kind of like jumps out of like his pocket. Oh!
Neil, it's time to cast Zone of Truth.
Really?
Riddleston hasn't been honest with us.
I will remind you, you did cast that once before.
Yeah, but he succeeded.
No, he chose to fail.
Oh,
Yeah, I
he
made
chose
it.
to fail?
Well, I thought I made him choose to fail, but then I found out later that I
That he was
didn't.
lying to us again.
Here's what we know. The gorgeous lady of winter, in all her radiant glory.
Radiance, you say? She let the Brotherhood just join her kingdom.
Also, I think I may have. She might show up at this gala, and there may be some beef there. I don't know.
Anywho, she asked us why we keep trusting the whimsy who lies to us over and over again.
Yeah, but she didn't seem very trustworthy either. I mean,
She was
How
trustworthy.
dare
She was
you.
just crazy. She was evil and full of malice.
She was completely honest with us.
everyone here is very fickle. You know.
Are we sure she was completely honest with us? Because I feel like that's not a common thing here.
I mean, I don't know. But it seems that we have done this a few times.
Seraphine,
whatever
you're
that
acting all, you're acting all
I don't know what
weird
that
about
means.
this lady.
Listen,
It's been a
everything in-
while.
She cast a spell on you or something. I mean,
Everything in this land has been awful. So forgive me if I
I
am
agree with you,
struck by beauty when I am thrust upon my knees before her.
Maybe that's another timeline, Seraphina. But this
You were-
timeline, there were
you
no
were-
kneeling before her.
beauty
No
thrust-
thrusting upon her.
God
beauty
damn it,
thrust
Barry.
you on your knees.
Just cast the
Very-
damn spell.
Freudian slip there.
I'm gonna look at the other two and be like, is she acting weird or is it just me? I don't get it.
If you look, Seraphina's like sweating and she's
Look, she's all sweaty.
Neil, if you were Neil,
I'm
when you're older,
I'm like 34.
like 35 or something.
Yeah.
When you're mentally older.
I might be older than you. Let me check. I can't.
Anyways, we
No,
do
I'm
have
not
to-
older than you.
We do have to talk about what she did say, because whether or not she was lying, if she was lying, then what's her game? But if she wasn't lying, then have we done this before? And if so, how many times? And is anyone else aware of the cycle that we seem to be repeating?
Maybe in the future.
Portal is
we're
still
gonna-
open, by the way, if you wanted to go back.
I don't think we should.
Wait, the portal
I-
to the Lady Winters is still open?
She can she hear us?
Go stand in and let's leave.
No. I'm just saying, if you wanted to like ask more questions, that portal's open. Because Kieran invited her.
Should we ask her
Seraphina,
a
go
question?
back and get a date. I'm not going back to the land of winter. I'm not going back to the land of. Ugh.
It
She
would feel.
grunts.
I feel like
I'm not going back. I swear.
just
I swear to
narratively,
God,
it would
if
be
you go
really
back and-
weird if we popped through the portal again. We're like, it's just well, hold on.
Well, I don't know. Do you think we've done that before? Maybe we can surprise her and pop back through. Dress in your new outfit, Seraphina, and return. Invite her to the gala as your date. That's something you probably have not done before.
I probably have.
Dress in your finest and go try. Do it, Seraphina.
Oh my god.
What's happening?
Sally, are you okay? This is you're giving commands.
All right,
not
I'm
a-
gonna do it. I'm gonna put my little suit on with my pink bow tie, and I'm gonna go back to the portal, and I'm gonna ask the Lady of Winter to be my date.
Okay, you hop behind the tree. They should not really
No,
care.
I don't need to. I don't need to hop behind
You
the
don't
tree.
care. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. You don't. Everyone sees
I'm
A
like
full
so
view of
ripped,
Seraphina.
so ripped.
you are anime ripped.
Hey, the shoulder muscles. Ooh, ooh, mommy. Ooh.
Nice. So you put on the clothes. You pop it all on. Yeah.
Yeah, with my suit, not my mask, not my mask,
Nice.
but my pink bow tie and my pantsuit.
Nice. You put it on.
Your pants.
Remember, you can't wear armor with that on because it's form fitting. That's why I said
Okay.
to you when you guys got it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna hand all my armor to Neil.
Mm-hmm.
Please hold my armor. I'll be right back, and I'm gonna change back into the armor.
Nice. You would say that, but you can't speak. When you have this on, you lose the ability to speak.
So is my mouth just moving?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I take it off. Now I'm just naked. Well, I'm in my bra and underwear. Could you guys hear me just now?
Just go through in that, Seraphina. That is how you are to win over the lady. I'm sure you haven't tried that one yet.
Wait, was I speaking? Because I feel like my mouth is moving, but I didn't hear anything.
Didn't hear a
I
thing.
mean,
Also,
that
Kieran is like averted his eyes at this point, just like
half of the time you speak to me, Seraphina,
Neil,
I swear
he's
it's
got
like wearing the armor.
he's got his hands over Neil's eyes as well. Just,
All right, Neil, hand me back my armor. I can't risk that. I'm gonna put my armor back on.
I've still got my hands over Neil's eyes.
Well, I mean, I think she's powerful enough where it really isn't gonna matter if you wear your armor or not.
I'm definitely going to wear my armor because I don't like that I can't speak when I'm wearing my suit.
Would you like to wear my fine? Well, how tall is Seraphina?
I'm like 6. I just
JK,
Um,
never mind. My tiny clothes won't fit
very
you.
tall.
we may want to try on our
Yes,
clothes
exactly.
before we
that's what I was
get
gonna
there,
say.
just in case.
Full circle.
So are we all right now like just taking off?
No.
Yeah.
As I'm putting my armor back
Are
on,
there trees nearby?
Yeah, you're in a
everyone
field
should
of
change
trees.
just to make
She-
sure.
Kieran is finding like an area away from these people where he can't see them and they can't see him before he changes.
Mm-hmm. You do.
Daily,
Karen, you don't need to be shy. We're all family here.
Yeah, ask Neil.
I think Sayeli, I don't even think you are quite the right flavor for
I'm-
Sayeli and I, if that makes you feel any better.
You may all think you're family here. And that's all I say, and I just, just go.
Nice.
I'm like, I'm
So,
not gonna-
if you try on your suit this time, what suit you have?
so
You have the
Kieran
black
has
and
the
red one, right?
red and black suit. Yeah.
Okay, nice,
Die immediately.
nice. Is anyone
Kieran-
out?
Kieran-
Did you try on your stuff? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure I remember which suit I took.
You got the blue and gold one
Oh,
because Sayeli didn't pick anything.
all right. It takes me forever to get my armor off, but I will do that.
Okay, so as you put it on,
I don't care if they see or not. You know, we're just
but at this point, who cares, right? As you put it on, nothing seems to change, Neo. At all. Kyron, sorry, nothing seems to change at all. Same with you. Nothing seems to change with you, Neo. But everyone sees this apart from Kyron. His eyes go black. His eye that had turned black and purple become more vibrant and distinct. His scar is inlaid and more visible. And there is this darkness irradiating
I'm fine
from
with this.
him.
This is my aesthetic.
These weird horns appear on his head. A strange symbol is appearing on his forehead.
What's the symbol?
It's like a two-faced man. One side is old, the other is young.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel fine in my suit, guys. I think I'm good. I think this is another case of me just having the best choice making.
Oh,
You
got
have had some.
Yeah.
Sally's gonna pull out a small mirror.
Not the weirdest thing I've seen. I put my mask on. Now I'm very clean as well. Does the mask fit underneath the horns appearing?
Yeah. What do you do when you see your face and the symbol and whatnot?
I'm like, I'm fine. I'm good. Not the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I'm definitely fine. Yep. Totally fine.
Yep. Roll me a deception.
Okay. Perception. Not great.
Deception.
Deception. 9. I mean, that's obvious. Like, he's just. He's
You
not
is,
trying.
but no, but you've taken steps to hide things, and seeing this perpetuate, even if it doesn't like shock you, there's still some subconscious like shock before you oppose the still face, right?
Okay.
Before you put the poker face on.
Yes. Okay. Yep. I'm fine. I'm good. This is about par for the course with this place.
Hopefully that symbol on your forehead doesn't ignite any diplomatic.
That's why I'm gonna wear the mask.
This is true. This is true. What about Neil? What's different about Neil?
Nothing.
Nothing
There
at
you
all.
go, Neil.
Just a regular suit, everybody.
You should put on your mask.
No.
What if when you put on your mask, your suit doesn't fit any longer?
We should practice our dance moves, everybody, for the dance.
So what's everyone doing?
Try to do a moonwalk.
Sally is in full armor and she's just kind of sitting and rubbing her temples because this was an extremely strenuous and stressful time into the winter lands for her, and apparently no one else is stressy or depressy by it, but she's all of them. She's like,
Nice. Roll me perception. Sally.
oof, perception. At regular? 28. Perceptive. Perceptive.
Nice. You see, and I can actually show you all now. Show you all this. Give me one lovely second. You see this person standing up against a tree, just eating an apple, and it's this person here. And you recognize him straight away, for those who are watching at home, is what he looks like, as Algernon. And for those who are wondering, like what does he look like? Think of Majora's Mask and the Mask Salesman. And he's just sitting maybe like 60 feet away, like standing like 60 feet away, like watching, and it's like has like a dagger in his hand, like cutting an apple, like.
Sally's going to march at him, and in angry Sulois, she's going to just start just viciously like throwing words at him, like, you nasty, worthless, terrible piece of shit. The invoked devastation is going to be nothing when I get my hands on you. Like, and she's just charging at him.
Doesn't seem to pay any mind to you. Do you get like up close? You will hear this.
She is going to get in standing distance of him, like face to face, and she's gonna like pull out her daggers and be like, "What is this game you are playing with us?" What did my cats just knock over?
I'm your cat.
Ninja? Hold on.
Yeah, you will see this. Like she goes over and starts yelling at a tree.
Do we see what she's yelling at?
Nope.
Oh goodness.
Sally, are you okay?
Finally snapped.
So I get that last bit was like stressful, but
Oh, she's
Yelling.
just yelling in a language none of you understand. I mean, maybe Neil can understand basic Sulois with his hat on.
He has his helm on, but he's putting on his armor right now.
Oh yeah, so he doesn't understand it either. So yeah, it's just like a bunch of gibberish, and she's just shrieking in another language at this tree, and she's just like brandishing her weapons.
Kieran's gonna go over and like wave his hand in front of Sally. Sally.
She's gonna turn at him like a rabid dog, and in common, she's going, "Don't you see him?"
See who?
No, we don't.
You're waving at a tree.
Oh. Oh.
It's okay, Sally. We're far away from whatever that last thing was. It's okay.
I fear we are just beginning, Kieran. And she's gonna put her daggers away awkwardly, as she has just made the largest spectacle of herself. And she begins to realize that this is probably not the last spectacle she will make. As she only has no insanity, because she took on delusions, guys, so it's about to get hella weird. Yeah, I have no insanity anymore, guys, so it's about to get real up in here.
Real cray.
I'm gonna go change back into my armor. I'll be right back. Can you guys just keep an eye on Sally? Just
Sure.
Yes, of course.
And as you go get changed and you go and watch, I need one more perception check from everyone else apart from Sally.
it's about right.
There you go, Seraphina. Observant women over here.
Yeah, you don't see. We see off on a little hill, nice grassy hill, sitting down, his purple cloak next to him, eating an apple, Ellison. Here's a bucket of apples next to him as he watches all of you mull about in the trees. And we just see him say to himself, well, it's happening just like before. When will they learn? And then a voice picks up behind him. I don't think they ever will. And then we see slowly as the portal starts widening where you guys came from, small bits of frost creeps over some grass as winter has been invited into the Summerlands. And that's where we'll end for today.
Oh shit! What did I do?
No!
What have I done?
Yeah, that's where we're ending for today.
Oh.
Oof.
All
So much oof.
right.
Yeah, there you go. So that was episode 6, Cold as Ice. So that's where we're going to be leaving it, and we'll pick up next week as the guys actually get to the actual palace. Not detouring to any caves, maybe, and who knows, actually get to the gala.
I swear. I
4
will forcibly.
4 days late. But hey, you know, better late than never, or be cool, or cool kids arrive late, right? And we're gonna go around our casting crew, find what they thought of it, get all that pluggy plug stuff, and yeah, we can decompress and not think about hot night goddess people of ivory skin. We start of I didn't even realize that the cameras were messed up before this time, but we'll leave it for now.
I did message.
Oh, you did? I
Left a
didn't
message
even
a
see
while
that.
back.
Yeah, that got sunken as soon as everyone saw the hot lady. So I didn't even see that. But it's alright. It's fine. Yeah, so when we go around, starting with Ev.
Oh, this was a good session. This was good. Many things happened. I feel like we are the perfect example of how intention is really only half the battle. Because we keep seeming to fuck everything up in really, really potentially disastrous ways, but we really don't mean to. We really have good intentions, but we're just stupid and impulsive. You can find me at Twitter at tis_aliens. And you can also find me at Monster Crushing, where I host a cryptid paranormal monster romance / folklore exploration podcast with fellow Greyhawk channel member at _Compest.
Competitor.
Compestra, yeah, or Ellie, I don't know, yeah. So you can catch us at Monster Crushing.
Cool. Yeah, thank you for playing. Glad you enjoyed it. Super enjoyed your weird, awkward crush moment. It was really good. Super fun. And yeah, jumping from you to Brie.
Hey guys, it's NPC Bree, 2E's, where you can find me on Twitter, where I live. I live there. It's where I sleep at night on Twitter. Oh boy, today's game was crazy, and it was especially special for me because my Facebook memories let me know that today was the first test stream of the Greyhawk channel ever. So it is especially special for me because today marks 1 year of the start of this channel. So I'm just super happy and excited about that. And I love what it's become, and I love all the awesome people I get to play with. But yeah, you can find me on the Greyhawk channel on Sunday nights at 8:30 Eastern, where we play Return to Greyhawk, the flagship show of the Greyhawk channel, where shit gets a little too wild, a lot of swears, more swears than normal, but it's fine. You can also find me Wednesday nights on Scraticus's channel, where I play Eden, the Cypher System cyberpunk game full of mystery and anxiety, because anxiety games are healthy for me. And every other Monday, so not tonight, but next Monday, you can find me on Soul Bear RPG, where we play Comedy of Strahd, the funniest Curse of Strahd game, where I wear a wig and I talk kind of like this, but it's like no big deal. It's just, we'll figure it out as we go. It's fine. But yeah, find me on Twitter, NPC Bree, 2E's, best place to find me.
Yeah, thank you for playing. Super fun. Good to know that Greyhawk is 1 year older, and you know, 1 year older stint can happen while we were streaming crazy psychedelic surrealism. So I hope he doesn't turn into a twisted, angsty teenager. Yeah, jumping from you to Sean.
Hey everybody, I am Sean. Tomorrow, don't forget Dice Camera Action will be back. I run the official Dice Camera Action wiki on Gamepedia. Vivid Vivka is the guest star on tomorrow's show, and she's awesome. So you might want to check that out on the D&D channel. And then also tomorrow, the Neverwinter MMO is releasing the Masquerade of Liars, a special Halloween event. So you might want to check that out tomorrow. A lot of people have played Neverwinter a little bit, so it's a fun thing to jump into now and again. You might want to check that out. And don't forget that the Acquisitions Inc. expansion comes out next month. We've been releasing all sorts of stuff about it, and it looks pretty cool. Also, as far as the show, I'm starting to think that maybe we have somehow caused this whole problem due to some kind of time thing, but I can't figure out how yet. You know, like where does the time? Maybe it's something we haven't run into yet, or maybe it has something to do with the orchard, which we're in right now, right?
Yes, you are currently in the Summerland Orchard.
It's probably the orchard, so just be ready.
Yeah, super great. So make sure to check out all of that stuff. Sean is awesome. So glad you're playing. Glad you enjoyed it. And yeah, last but not least, Tom.
Yeah, hey. That was great. I love that session. I think we got to see a little bit of Kieran. So here's the thing about Kieran. He's actually he's got some okay book smarts at this point. And in general, he has wisdom about don't talk to weird wells, and don't go into strange caves. However, when dealing with people, maybe not the wisest person, such as maybe not inviting a person who's generally not invited to the Summerlands, is maybe a bad idea. So I'm glad we got to see that today.
Yeah.
We also got to see a little bit of his chaotic side today, such as wanting that to happen. Being like, I wonder what would happen if you showed up. But yeah, that was great. I can't wait to find out what's happening here. I'm very intrigued, and I'm super excited to find out. Everything is okay, everyone. But yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Imperator Pengu. I do D&D stuff, some video game streaming. I announce everything I'm doing on there, so that's the best place to follow me. I have also officially announced the release date of a podcast I've been working on for the last couple months, which is called the Tabletop Explorers Society. If you follow us at Tabletop Explore on Twitter, you'll get all of our announcements. Our first episode is coming out next Monday, October 29th. And it's a podcast where our goal is it's a learn by play podcast, help us learn, help you learn about all the different RPG systems that exist out there besides D&D and some of the other more popular ones. In all honesty, it was an excuse for me to contractually obligate my friends to play all these systems with me. But yeah, so if you can follow that, and yeah, I can't wait to release that next week.
Yeah, it should be really good. Be sure to follow and stay up to date. I'm sure it's going to be a blast and really awesome. So can't wait for more of that. And thank you all for playing. I know we have some black screens and some frozen shenanigans here, but they are still here, still showing love and support during this wrap up. And yeah, I have been Pro Starter. Tomorrow you can catch me back here playing Savage Tides with awesome people. I get to play D&D for once and be a Jamaican pirate, Daquan Blacksail, Storm Sorcerer. Super fun. Be sure to check that out at 12 p.m. EST, I believe. And yeah, there's some other stuff throughout the day as well. I will be tweeting about it. Speaking of my Twitter, at ProRestarter, you see down below, see when I'm streaming, who I'm streaming with, and all that good stuff if I have to reschedule. As I do a lot of stuff throughout the community with lots of awesome people throughout the TTRPG community, like these lovely faces, these lovely humans. And yeah, guys, that's where we're going to leave it. Just remember, when you're faced with a beautiful goddess of ivory, just thrust yourself like kneeling down before her, apparently. Because that's what happened today. And you should always take dating advice from D&D games.
Yes.
From the darkness. Yes, we're out, folks.